Hello everyone, welcome to the Stock Martin channel. I have an awesome video for you today. We are going to be talking about the biggest news with China. The stocks, especially Chinese stocks, are on the move, having huge increases in its stock price. We are going to be talking about what the change happened, what is going on with the stock market. I think you're going to get a lot out of this video. Before we get down into it and get started, give me that big thumbs up to keep me alive on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit all to get my latest uploaded videos. Don't forget to share this page with others. Also, I do have nice promotions down below. Put in $1 into my Moomoo. Link down below will get you a free NIO stock. In addition to this, if you put in up to $100, you'll get an additional Lucid LCID stock for free. Stay to the end of this video and I can show you how you can get an additional $17,500 in free stocks. Incredible opportunities. Now, without further ado, we do have a very big news coming out from China, and its intervention is sending stocks, especially Chinese-based stocks, soaring. And we are also going to be getting later today, the Fed chair, the Jerome Powell, will be talking about interest rate increases, and the stock is having huge, nice upward mobility. Now, let's talk about the first part about this is Chinese intervention. Right now, we have heard that the Chinese government has actually done a reverse 180. They have now, in the past few days, had those huge communications with the US government. And right now, the Chinese government has had a huge impact on the markets. They are now stating that they are keeping its promise to keep the stock market stable. They are also going to give implementable measures to boost its economy. This is coming from its state-run media report. They are also saying that they are working with the U.S. regulators, and they will be actively introducing market-friendly policies for the stocks that are traded on the U.S. stock market. This is some very, very good news, especially if you are a U.S. stock trader in Chinese stocks such as Alibaba, NIO, Xpeng, Li Auto, etc., because now we do have a better support and we do not have to have those very big fears of delisting these Chinese-based companies, because China has now pledged that they will be working with the U.S. government, with the Security and Exchange Commission, to help these companies have good communications with U.S. regulators. We have seen from this article that the committee said that China continues to support the companies listed in shares overseas. It has had good communications with U.S. regulators, and it will continue to cooperate with them. This is a very big development, especially if you are in those EV stocks. So what has changed? What has changed this tune of the Chinese regulators? Well, it's not clear what has actually happened. Now, we do know that in the past few days, especially on Monday, the U.S. has been meeting with China. They did meet in Rome over a 7-hour intense debate over the Chinese government and Russia-Ukraine conflict. The United States has specifically stated to China not to interfere, not to give any lifelines or military support to Russia with its invasion into Ukraine. They said that they would have strict consequences if China did this, and that did, I think, help change some of the rhetoric that is coming from China. But this is great news if you are a stock market owner of Chinese stocks in the U.S. stock exchange. Now, the pressure on these Chinese stocks has ramped up again in the past week. According to those regulations, the delisting concerns. Most recently, we have heard that there are now surging cases of COVID in Beijing that is locking down millions of people. I think last time I saw was about 37 million Chinese people that are being locked down because of these COVID cases. And now the country is also having that big spooking investors with its talks with Russia. We do know that Russia has extended and asked for help for China. But again, the U.S. officials said that the Russian government has asked China for military aid. But if they did help Russia, these sanctions would definitely follow. So this is very big news coming out that we have seen that these sanctions will no longer be happening. Now, this is great news for stocks, and I did just want to show you how the stocks have responded, especially these Chinese-based stocks that are trading in the United States. Let me just show you how NIO has responded to this great news. NIO just in itself is up 19% just for today alone. It did go as low as $13.50 in its stock. We are testing now $18 in this stock. If you look in the past 5 days, the lowest part that we did go is $13.28 on Tuesday. We have actually gone up about 35% since that low that we just had a couple of days ago. Incredible news that the Chinese government has just released. But definitely you can see that we still have a long ways to go to catch up to these stock prices. You can see in the past 1 month, we are now down 30.5%. There was a point in time that we were actually down in the past 1 month, almost 45%. We are starting to recover some of that, but we still have a long ways to go. Transitioning to Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. Again, just today alone, 27% up. Just today alone on that great news that China regulators are communicating. They are working with the SEC. They are working with the US government. And I do think that the talks are working. In the past 5 days, they are actually up 2.35%. From its low, Alibaba actually reached under $75, going from a low to a high right now of 33% just in a matter of this few hours that we've had seen this great news. In the past 1 month, Alibaba is still down 22%. It had a high of $125. Again, it did reach under that $75. We are still having some recovery. But again, we still have a long way to go. I did just want to also show you Xpeng, the EV automaker in China. Trading symbol is XPEV. Again, has gone up 23.8% just today alone. In the past 5 days, we are still down about 3%. But again, you can see that Xpeng was actually under $20, trading at $19 at one point, and has since gone up about 39% again in the past few hours. Incredible opportunities that we are seeing here, but most importantly, very good news that there is starting to be that relationship. There are those talks between US and China. And I do think that it was a result from that Monday meeting, that very intense meeting that the US laid some ground rules not to support Russia in its invasion into Ukraine. Now, in the past 1 month, Xpeng is still down 32%. So what we are seeing that there is a improvement, there is an increase in these stocks. Are we out of the woods yet? Not entirely. Could we have found a bottom? Only time will tell. But this is starting to be some nice, good news that we are having. We also have seen that there are starting to be some talks between Russia and the US about a ceasefire. So we have to cross our fingers. We have to pray for the Ukrainian people because they are going through so much right now. Again, my prayers go out to the Ukrainian people. And I hope that this war, this invasion stops soon. But hopefully we are on the right track to stop and ceasefire, stop this war. This will be very nice increases in our stock and our stabilization, not just in the stock market, but in the economy as well. We have just seen most recently, we had just gotten past the pandemic. We are still going through that. We now are at a 40-year high inflation. Inflation rate is now at 8%, which has been the highest since February of 1982. So we do have a lot of bad and a lot of negative things in the economy, in the stock market. And I hope that this is a time for a turn. This is a time to get out of this. We are hopeful for this. But definitely we are seeing some very nice signs, especially today. We will see how the days and the weeks progress, but we are starting to have nice stocks and starting to move in the right direction. So this is extremely good news, and I definitely hope that it continues. I hope that you like this video, and I hope that you learned something new. I did also want to add one additional piece of information. Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, you might have known him from Shark Tank. He is a multi-billionaire. He has actually started buying Chinese stocks. He did buy a lot of Alibaba, BABA, with this huge dip, which this huge decrease in its stock price. He did go out and publicly say that he is buying these stocks. So I definitely don't have those fears of delisting, but it is still a lot of risk that we still have there. But I did just want to put that out there. There are people, there are big whales that are going to start getting into these types of stocks because they are at an extremely low point in its trading stock right now. For example, Alibaba is at its 6-year low right now. Incredible opportunities for future growth, but I do think that these companies have a nice future. So I did just want to point that out as well. But again, if you did like this video, if you did learn something new, please give me that big thumbs up to keep me alive on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit all to get my latest uploaded videos. Don't forget to share this page with others so we can continue to grow this channel. And also don't forget to take advantage of my promotion down below to Moomoo. If you put in $1 into a brand new account, we'll give you a free NIO stock. If you put in up to $100 or more, we'll get you a free Lucid Motor LCID stock in addition to this. Also, Moomoo will give you up to 5 free stocks, each valued up to $3,500. That is an incredible chance to get free stocks, potentially $17,500 in free stocks, in free cash. Take that huge advantage to do this. You can also use Moomoo to buy stocks in overseas accounts, such as the Hong Kong exchange. If you did want to buy Alibaba, if you did want to buy NIO, any of the Chinese stocks, you can also do it using Moomoo through the Hong Kong exchange, which will put less risk on your stocks if they do have that fear of being delisted. So take advantage of those huge opportunities. But again, thank you so much for watching and for supporting the channel, and I cannot wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you.